This is the hottest new community in Houston, Texas' fastest growing suburb. And today, you're getting the best of both worlds because we are in Cross Creek West. And we're getting inside of not just brand new model homes, but these are all brand new floor plans we haven't seen in Houston. This is actually the second phase of Cross Creek West. So all of the amenities are already in place, which means if you buy one of these new homes today, you get instant access to them. But where these neighborhoods really come to life is in the activities, and it's in the community itself. I personally live in a development developed by this developer, and in 2025, they were Developer of the Year, and that's Johnson Development. And what's cool about Cross Creek West is it's really an extension of Cross Creek Ranch, which was a 15-year development, but there's a lot of runway left here, and you'll see as we go in these homes today, these are some really great homes at some really incredible prices. It's important to know that when you live in a Johnson development, you get a lifestyle director. So there's over 100 events throughout the year. Some of them are simple and some of them are big. Like in my neighborhood, we got the community garage sale this weekend. It's gonna be a good time. These neighborhoods are great to cruise around in the golf cart. You get to know your neighbors, but around holidays, they're gonna have some really cool events out here and they're gonna take advantage of these awesome amenities that they have built. Now, another big draw of moving out here to Cross Creek West and to Fulshear specifically is you've got A-rated schools. You're in Lamar Consolidated ISD, and you've got a private daycare in the neighborhood as well as the on-site elementary school. So you can hop on these sidewalks and walk your kid to school. They can ride their bikes, ride their scooters, and it's super smooth. But the price points out here are really, really reasonable. Some of the homes here are starting in the 400s, and even the most expensive home, if you were to build the biggest Highland floor plan with the highest end finishes, which we're gonna show you second here, you might spend 850. I think it would be hard to spend 900 grand, and that would be for a 4,000 plus square foot house. You've been asking about tax rates in our videos. We've been leaving them out. The tax rate out here is right around 3%. And the thing about the tax rates in these neighborhoods is they go down over time. So as new homeowners move in and there's more homes to tax, they can lower that tax rate, pay off those bonds, and eventually get you to settle down into a more comfortable tax rate. And keep in mind, we don't have state income tax here. So you gotta pay for this awesome suburb somehow. Now, Westin has 55-foot product. We're gonna go in there first. I live in a Westin personally. I love my Westin home, but it's always exciting when they roll out a brand new floor plan, and that's exactly what this is. This is their Wilson 5, and it's 5 because as a lot of you've requested, it is a 5-bedroom home, and it's got some super modern finishes. Everyone loves the iconic spiral staircase, and then stick around because it's not every day that we show you Perry 2-stories. Most of the Perry model homes in really all the Houston suburbs are 1-story, and this one's pretty decked out. It's got a pretty similar palette to what we're gonna check out here. There's 5 builders here with 7 model homes. So Perry and Westin both have secondary model homes, and then we've got Newmark building out here as well. So plenty of options in that $400,000 to $900,000 price range. Great schools, everything you could ask for and more in Houston's fastest growing suburb. It's about 10 minutes away from Katy. So let's get you inside and check out this new floor plan. In the words of Lionel Richie, if you watch American Idol, instantly identifiable. That's what we're looking for when you walk into a home. And that's exactly what you get when you see a Westin. And it always starts with this staircase right here. You got the staple spiral staircase. Hold on, somebody's coming up here. I'll get it for you. Come on in. Sorry, we're just filming something. No, you're good. All right, later guys. So you cannot make this up. We get interrupted filming sometimes, and it's really not a big deal. It's just kind of part of being in model homes. We don't act like we own this place. That was crazy. So the person that just walked up has not only been watching our channel for like 2 years now, but they're under contract with this builder on a home in this neighborhood with one of our agents. So they did exactly what we always say is they gave us a call, shot us a text, sent us an email. They've been working with our team for like 2 years. They rented here, moved here from Vegas. Long story short, they are building their dream home, and it's one of the brand new floor plans that Westin just rolled out here. Now, it's not this one. This is the Wilson, but they've got a new floor plan called the Archer, and they're super stoked on it. So guys, nothing gets me more excited. When we started this channel, it's our 4-year anniversary as we're rolling this video out, and we knew we wanted to help people out. But it's gone from Keith behind the camera here and just me to being the #1 relocation team in all of Houston. We got over 50 agents now. We help hundreds of families a year just like you thinking of moving here. And you just gotta trust the process, okay? So reach out to us and let's get back to this house because it's sick. So you got the cool staircase. Keith, flip it around, show them. Super modern, love the color palette. Similar color palette to my personal house. One of the things that I love they've been doing lately is bringing back these natural wood tones in the kitchen. So super cool. And the pantry here is a pretty good size. So I love the waterfall edge. They don't do this on all Westins. In the model homes, you'll see it a bunch in their inventories. You're probably not gonna see it, but that brings up an important thing. Right now, Westin is on some of their like quick builds. They'll have floor plans that they've already picked out a lot for it, but you can pick from one of their different preset design options. So you can pick your color palettes for the home, which they weren't doing for a while. So it's a little bit more customizable. You got upgraded vent hood range cooktop here. You got the black shiplap with this oversized KitchenAid 6-burner gas, and then the black quartz, pretty sick. I personally like it. Long term, you might get like some, mineral deposit stains on it, but I think it's worth keeping clean. It's pretty epic. This home, unlike a lot of Westins, doesn't have your formal dining, and so you're gonna have that kind of sectioned off over in this area. And then, guys, it's a gorgeous day outside. I just gotta show you what it's like here. Spring break just hit. Just got back from Disney World. Sun shining, a cold front came through. It's like 65 degrees and sunny out here. But look at this yard space. Now this is an oversized lot. Not all of them are gonna be this big. They've got 55-foot lots with Westin. They have a couple lots available where they can build their larger 60-foot floor plans. But this is just one of the hike and bike trails, and it's an example of the 60 miles worth of trails that you have out here. So it's safe, you can walk around. And they also have, I forgot, it was on the sheet, but it's like 20 or 30 acres worth of ponds, maybe even more. Might be like 200. I'll look at the sheet. They've got a lot of fishing lakes out here, ponds. It's just got a pretty vibe to it. And it's very calm out here in Fulshear. It's not overcrowded yet, even though it's growing a ton. So meet me around over here. You got the big electric fireplace. This room just has a grand feel to it. So, personally, I would probably like wrap this in something after I moved in, take it all the way up to the ceiling. You got a huge fan, really tall ceilings, really cool rounded sheetrock details. You got the big spiral rotunda up there. So just a lot of cool features overall. Now on this first floor, we didn't really show it to you, but you got a half bath tucked in down over here. And then you've got the, I'll just show you, come on. They did a great job of kind of upping it. Say what's up, Keith. Really cool that they have the 3-car tandem. Not all Westin floor plans have a secondary bedroom downstairs and a home office, which we'll show you that we passed, and a 3-car garage. It's tough to fit it in a 55-foot lot. And that's what they did here. So now in the Westin Master, king size bed, tons of space, good natural light. They've got the tray ceilings, they're the double trays. So it goes from like 9 to 10 to 11 feet. No, actually 8 to 9 to 10. Now I have not seen this tile before. This is a 24 by 48 inch kind of stone looking tile, but it's definitely a vibe. I like it. I don't like that slick, kind of like porcelain, white marble looking stuff. It just gets too dirty. This has more natural tones. They connected it over to the shower. So love the freestanding tub. If you got little kids, this is like a great place to just knock bath time all out at once. They just make a total mess and it's fine. And then you've got the dual vanities separated. And then one thing that they have, which I appreciate, is the linen closet. Not all Westins have this inside of their bathrooms. They forgot it in my home, and I just wish we had one. So toilet room with a door, so for you that are a little bit more private, and then dual closets. So that one's pretty cool. And then her closet has the built-ins, and it's got the kind of taller dress hangers here. Now, everybody loves this. Let me know in the comments below if you would prefer this, but having it connected to the laundry is clutch, and then having a folding table on top is clutch, and then having enough hanging space here is clutch. So everything's pretty well thought out in here. What do we got? Looks like these are the plans for their commercial shopping. So that's one thing we didn't talk about. They build these residential amenities and then they bring commercial in eventually. And so it just makes it a lot easier. So while you can go into Katy to go shopping, which is a 10, 15 minute drive, you're gonna have Cinco Ranch over there, which Cinco Ranch is, if you haven't been, is probably the closest thing to the Woodlands when it comes to master plan communities. But La Centera has their outdoor shopping center. So you've got your turf area for the kids to run around. You got a lot of nice restaurants over there. It's got your outdoor shopping too. So some of your higher end shopping, if you don't want to go all the way into the Galleria, it's a great place right there in Katy. And then you also have Katy Mills Mall, which is a huge indoor shopping mall. You got the Bass Pro Shops over there. You've got the big water park right along I-10. So a lot of convenient things, only 10, 15 minutes away. But then as this neighborhood gets built out more and more, they're going to continue to bring that commercial shopping with more of your strip centers here to the front of the neighborhood. So it's just easy for, quick, convenient food or, nail, hair salons, that kind of stuff, your UPS store, all of that should just be right up here at the front of the neighborhood. And they're going to continue to bring that commercial development here, which is really nice. So they have the secondary bedroom on the first floor. Makes it great for a nursery. It's also great for guests as the kids get older. We love having a guest room downstairs, keeps them away from the kids, kind of a good natural noise barrier. And then you've got a walk-in shower here. So if you do need the in-laws to stay with you for hopefully not too long of a period of time, but if you do, they've got a shower. So if they're older, can't get in and out of a tub, can't get up the stairs, you've got room. And that's a pretty big closet, by the way, as a secondary downstairs closet. I will point that out. And then our lovely sales partner, Dondra, who works for Westin, she's working in there right now. That's the office. So they use it as a real office, but that could be your home office. And then I just love how tall the ceilings are. Check that out. Even did the wood inserts up there. You got the walkway coming across over here, little coat closet. That is pretty much it for the downstairs. Now it's time to go on up and see what else this home has to offer. One thing I want to note, on this staircase, they do give you the wood tread options, and I think they look really good. Now the carpet's softer, safer with little kids. We opted for that, but that looks really good. Now up here, you've got your crosswalk, so you can kind of spill over. You can see down to the entryway. You can see over to the living room. So it definitely opens the house and it gives you that 2-story ceiling height on the first floor, but you do have some dedicated flex space up here. So this is gonna be your game room. It is open to the downstairs, not really set up to be a TV room, more of a play area for kids. Let them run around, have all their toys up here, kind of out of sight, out of mind. And then here is gonna be your media room. So the media rooms on Westin homes are also a staple. It's very rare that you would see any Westin floor plan without a media room. Occasionally you'll see them downstairs, but usually up here. And then sometimes they just are bigger than others. But overall, good size. I like that it's painted black. This one does have a window. They don't always have windows. So this one's kind of a little bit more of a hybrid space, but pretty cool overall. And then you've got your bedrooms off of the main living area. So one thing that I have to say, a lot of times in Westin homes, I'm disappointed in the secondary bedroom sizes. It's like, come on, you want 3,600 square feet? Give me that room, especially in the 5 bedrooms. And I'm pleasantly surprised because they gave us bigger bedrooms here. And in fact, so much larger that you've got a queen bed in here. You got a chair in the corner. You got 2 full nightstands. You got the Good Vibes poster. And then this is a full ensuite. So it's got its own bathroom, shower, its tub. And then right behind you over here, pretty decent sized closet. So that's just one. And I was thinking, okay, well, maybe they just gave you a larger one of the 3 bedrooms up here, but no, all 3 of them much bigger, much better. So much so that I think this is a king bed. Yeah, this is a king bed. So we've got a king bed in a secondary upstairs bedroom for Westin. Can we just take a moment? You guys have heard us. Westin's watching and they've heard us. So, because really, I mean, the only thing that's been missing in a Westin home is larger upstairs bedrooms. Closet space, we can still work on, but overall, I mean, that's pretty good for a kid's bedroom. Now you've got the Jack and Jill here, so just follow me through, connects through. Pretty cool finish options here. Kind of like a off-white, little cream. And then over here, look, it's just bigger. This is just a bigger room. Now this one's set up as a nursery, but even with a queen bed, you've got plenty of space. So, and then scope closet space, decent. And then one thing I appreciate about Westin, right behind you, they have walk-in attics. I doubt that it's unlocked. I doubt that it's locked. So in these walk-in attics, it's just good little extra storage. It's easily accessible. So you can get over here to your HVAC system. And then depending on the floor plan, sometimes there's like a pretty good storage area. Here in Texas, because we don't have basements, a lot of people are gonna store the majority of their stuff in the attic. So really that's it for this house. They got some other really cool floor plan options out here. As we head on over and check out Highland, I want to walk you through some of the pricing options here at Westin so that you can see if this is in your price range. And if it's not, we've got you covered because they've got a killer 45-foot product, which is their smaller product. It's one of the most open floor plans out of any 45-foot product I have ever seen. And then after Highland, we're gonna go check out that Perry home next door. So this exact model home, if you were to come out here and build it right now, they can get you under 600,000, the high 590s, and all of their move-in ready homes that are this 55-foot product are gonna sit around 34 to 3,600 square feet. The Wilson 5, this 5-bedroom is exactly 3,600 square feet. And the most expensive home is gonna be 625. So if you're looking for the bigger 2-story family home, which is what I was looking for when we came out to build in our neighborhood a couple of years ago, then this is gonna be one of your best options as far as the builders. Now, I did mention that the Perry we're gonna check out here in just a little bit has a 2-story model home, but they're really known for their 1-stories. They have like 30 different 1-story floor plans in every single one of their different sized products. But I love this Highland home we're gonna go check out right now. And what's super cool about Highland, they're typically known for having higher end finishes in some still really well-priced homes, depending on what products they're building, but they're gonna be on the biggest home sites out here. And we say this in our videos a lot, but this is called a 60-foot product. And what that means is that the width of the actual lot is 60 feet wide, which means the house is 50 feet wide. And there's just a 5-foot build line on both sides. So as you go through model homes, if you didn't know already, it'll say 60 foot or it'll say 55 home site or 50 or 45. That's just the front width of the house. And if you're in a cul-de-sac, obviously it's gonna be a little bit smaller. So let's go inside, let's check out Highland. And this 1-story is definitely one of the most desirable floor plans that Highland sells in the entire city. They sell it up north closer to where I live. We've sold it a bunch, we love it. And then stick around because we're gonna get you into that Perry 2-story. Let's go check it out. This is one of Highland's most popular 1-story floor plans for a reason. And if you've been following our channel, we showed it to you a couple years ago. They had the same exact floor plan up in Wood Forest on their golf course section called Noble Green. And it's so popular that now they're starting to build it all the way over here in Fulshear. Come on in. This is the 216 floor plan. It's basically 3,000 square feet, but they managed to get kind of every space you would want right here all on one floor, which is tough to do in these more narrow lots, but it's really in the 60-foot products where the homes open up enough to really give you enough livability on the first floor where these 1-stories don't feel all cramped up. And so what's nice, if you turn around, this kind of hallway coming in, not only do they have all this really nice upgraded millwork that just kind of makes it classier, and they've got these taller ceilings in this 1-story to make it feel open, but Highland does kind of a good blend of giving you like old school compartmentalized bedrooms where it's not just one big open concept box, but in the main living area, look at this. It is nice and open. In fact, this is the only thing I've always kind of questioned in this floor plan as far as what you would use it for. In the model homes, they always have it kind of staged as like maybe like a formal sitting area, but as you can see over there, that's really the living room. So if you got any ideas, let me know in the comments below what you could use this space for. I don't think you'd put like a table here because you have the dining room set up over here. Now, no matter what you use it for, it's a classy house. You've got, I mean, these are at least 12 foot, maybe 14-foot ceilings in here. Got the surround sound built in. And then Highland does such a good job on the design side of things, just with their color palette. So these are real wood floors. You're gonna have a bunch of different options in the design center, but you just can't beat real wood. The only reason you wouldn't get them is if you got big, heavy dogs, then I wouldn't do it. And then they've got 2-tone cabinets over here. Another thing Highland does is they have like a little bit more, I don't know, it's just a classier, ornate finish work on a lot of their stuff. So you've got these kind of posts on the corners of their islands. And then, yeah, you've got the 2-tone. So real wood and then real wood painted. So big kitchen island with nothing on it. So you actually have a lot of, place to host, place to serve food. And then you've got the quartz kitchen sink over here looking over to the living room. So great hosting house. That table easily seats 8 people. And then you can see you've got the big, 10-foot glass sliders that open up to the back patio, not only over there by the dining, but over by the living too. So this whole back side of the home can completely open up, which I love. Kitchen's pretty custom. If you need to plug anything in, there we go. Second time's the charm. So got you covered. Kids can't pull those out or rip your computer cords off of the island. You've got pantry tucked in here, decent size, you know, for 3,000 square feet. It's not huge, it's not a walk-in, but it'll definitely get the job done. But as far as like higher end finishes and appliances, I love what they went with the Cafe series. So the Cafe series is definitely like a tier above your standard KitchenAid stuff. So 6-burner gas cooktop, love the wrapped vent hood here. And then they're just showing off with these glass face cabinets. I don't know if I'd really do these in my house. I want to kind of be able to hide this stuff, but in a showcase home like this, looks pretty cool. And then you've got the double oven. And then this is what I like about the Cafe appliances. I don't know why they don't have one right here. So we'll sneak back around here just a little bit later, but just to show you, you actually have 2 pantries, which is pretty epic. So this is just, I guess, a little extra space. And then you've got your big walk-in, but that could kind of double as like a utility closet to store stuff. Now, on a pretty day like today, I think it is important to open this house up. Now, not every single one of their homes is gonna have these sliders. These are optional upgrades. So if you don't get these upgrades and you just keep the windows, you're gonna have this option out to the patio. But on a day like today, in fact, this is one of the days of the year you would do this. And they do have some lot options that back up to lakes like this. So you could live on a lake with a little side gate out to the trail, let your dog out, and then check this out. Because it's in a cul-de-sac, big pie-shaped lot, you get all this extra space. So now what's in addition is this patio does naturally come out to here, but they've put pavers on top and taken this out and kind of extended it. Definitely something you could do after closing. And then I love the white painted brick, really tall patio ceilings here. So big fan of those. Only thing my wife really doesn't like about our Westin is our specific floor plan has like really low outdoor patio ceilings and it just kind of darkens it up. So extra dining space out here. So really, I mean, just a great place to hang out. And as soon as we're done filming, I will probably be back outside because it's that gorgeous. Pretty well-defined space. Definitely feels cozy. Probably would end up doing some kind of TV on this wall. Highland's kind of big on not making the TV the centerpiece when they do their staging, but this just feels a little too formal for me. You're just like, you know what this is? This is like when your kid brings their prom date over and you want to like meet them formally and make them nervous. I haven't done that yet, but I can imagine that's like what this setup is for. Still tall ceilings in here. Love the detail work. I don't know if you saw that, but they have like a, I don't know what that is, but some kind of wallpaper up in the recessed areas. And then holy moly, talk about wow factor. These ceilings just kicking up. Now this is not standard. I've got to call Highland out on this. They need to fix that battery. That's what they need to do first. Second thing they need to do, they gotta stop doing this in the model homes because it looks so good and everyone's gonna want it, and it does cost a lot of money to do this. So we had a trim carpenter come into our house to do this just in a couple of the rooms, and it got really expensive really quick. It makes such a difference. I mean, it looks so good. This is stuff you see in not just $1 million homes, but like $2, $3 million homes is where you start to get this kind of trim work in, and they do it in their model homes, and it just looks really good. So huge windows, black framed out windows, bringing in a lot of natural light. I mean, those are 10-foot windows kicking up to 12-foot ceilings. Plenty of room for your king bed. They kept the wood floors all throughout here. And then going back to just higher end finishes, taking the tile all the way up the wall. You got the plantation shutters, huge framed out mirrors, vanity, a little bit. Need a battery in this one too. And then dual vanity over here. Love the shower. What's up, guys? You can put on a show here. And then one thing Highland does a great job of is going, you know, a step above like kind of standard built-in closets. So no, this isn't like a $20,000 California closets built in, but they got the metal rails. They've got, you know, higher levels of hanging space. They do have a built-in dresser here, which I'm not gonna open that up. And then flip around, look at that shoe wall. I mean, that is a whole lot of space. This is what I meant by compartmentalized. So the home goes from being very open to like, in a one story, you don't want all the bedroom doors right off the main living area. And Highland does such a great job of giving you kind of like natural segmented spaces with noise barriers. So your downstairs half bath is over here. And then one thing that just opens up their homes, this isn't like a particularly large bedroom. It's probably like 11 feet by 12 and a half, but look at the ceiling height. So this is just a full bed. These are huge nightstands. You got plenty of space. Closet, decent, average, 2 hanging sides, but these ceilings just make it feel so much bigger. And then this is gonna have its own bathroom with the walk-in shower. So very convenient. Now over this way, it doesn't get much better than this. That normally is gonna connect over to the garage, but because it's a model home, you know, they've got it set up as offices. So you normally have a door here. And then this is definitely a huge upgrade. This doesn't come standard, but they're just showing what they are capable of doing with this nice backsplash, laundry sink, workspace. I mean, this is like, I don't know. This is not my paradise, but this is some people's paradise. If you like doing laundry, it's a pretty good place to do it. And then we're right back where we started. So all the house kind of loops around that way, which means the rest of the rooms are gonna be up here. So off of the main hallway, you've got your 3rd bedroom, pretty decent size. And I wanna show you something. Back up. It's a lot of natural light because the light wasn't even on in here. So it's very bright, good sized closet. And then check that bathroom out. A lot of builders won't do this standard. You gotta pay a little bit more, but taking that tile all the way up to the ceiling, it just gives it a more complete look. You know, I'm a big fan of taking the tile, cabinets in the kitchen, take them all the way up to the ceiling. You don't wanna just leave an area up there for dust. Now, every good 1-story, in my opinion, needs a secondary living space to get away. For kids, for parents, whatever it is. And this one's cool because it's a true media room. Come on in here. I just want to show you, there's no windows in here. So you can really close this off. Relatively soundproof. Got the speakers pre-wired for you. So good sized media room. I wouldn't use it as any kind of home office because you already have a home office at the front. So I would get to use that as a true media room. You're not having to pick between the two. And yeah, having this home office right up at the front, really plenty of space. You know, the width of this room is probably 12 feet, but it's probably slightly deeper because they have these built-ins here. So, and then as far as designs go, you know, the structure is the structure, but where Highland really does a good job in their models is showing like what the home could be when you have a designer come in and furnish it, and you add the shades, you add the wallpaper. They've got the higher baseboards, and then even this front door. I mean, you've got the dual front door, brings in a lot of natural light. So also pro tip, if any builder offers the double front door, get it. It's just so much easier to move in. I can't tell you how difficult it would be to move a whole house full of furniture through like one narrow door. So extra little storage spaces, important in a 1-story because you can't just hide things upstairs. And then last but not least, 4th final bedroom, a little more masculine vibe to it. I like it. It's cozy. Got like a good coffee shop vibe. Decent closet space here, but I do love that all of these bedrooms have their own bathrooms. So this is what I was talking about. So in here, they didn't take it all the way up. It just doesn't look as good. So if you're going to the design center, it's like a couple $100 in the scheme of, you know, $600,000, $700,000 homes. Spend it, you're not gonna miss it, but you're gonna love seeing that tile go all the way up to the ceiling. So they've got a lot of different floor plans with Highland. We're gonna head on over to Perry and show you a different one. And as we walk over there, I'm gonna tell you exactly how much this home costs. So this home definitely has the best curb appeal, in my opinion, out of the 3. I mean, the Westin's pretty cool. The Perry's not bad. But when you have cast stone up around your entryway, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'll say it every time, that's when you know you have made it. Now, the base floor plan for this home starts at 3,000 square feet, and you can start at a base price of $615, but if you don't know how it works in these model home parks, the base price is the base price. You're gonna go to the design center, especially with a builder like Highland. You know, they've got some move-in ready inventory homes, which is a home that you could come and buy right now that's already built. They have one of this floor plan, and that's listed at $721. So you can see the difference between $615 and $721, about $106,000. That's in design center upgrade. So if you wanted to build this floor plan, you'd start at $615, they'd give you some incentives. You'd go to the design center, maybe you'd pick real wood floors, maybe you'd go a little cheaper. But eventually you'd end up somewhere in the high 6s. You might even be able to go crazy and get it close to 800. More likely than not, you'll probably be in the low 700s on this floor plan. Now they've got floor plans that are smaller, that are about 2,700 square feet, but they've got some bigger 2-story homes that go all the way up to 4,000 square feet. So the range for Highland's gonna be wider than any of these because they're just gonna have higher end finish options for you. So really, you're probably gonna end up in the low 6s all the way up to maybe the mid 8s, depending on how big of a home you build with Highland. Now, if you're wanting to cut that budget down a little bit, but you still want some higher end finishes, we're headed over to Perry Homes, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with just how nice the finishes are with Perry at a much lower price. So this Perry home makes a statement right when you come in. It's usually the Westins that kind of have the wow factor, but look at this. You've got your circular rotunda with the spiral staircase, but it's kind of set back. Before you get there, you're met with this home office, and this home office is like double the size of most home offices that we see. I mean, it's really large. Most of them would come to like right here. So plenty of extra space. It gives you a lot of flexibility when you buy the home. If you wanted to do your own built-ins, you could take about 2 feet out of this room and still have a ton of space. And the ceilings are tall too. They've got the built-in speakers, and then you're getting a lot of natural light over here with these kind of, I would say floor to ceiling windows. So a good place to post up, get your work done. And Perry just has the most floor plans. I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. Just in this product line alone, I think they have like 8 or 9 2-stories and maybe like 10 1-story options. That's almost 20 different floor plans out here. And it gives you a lot of versatility. It's very modular, meaning like they might have a similar floor plan to this, but without a home office, or you move the home office to the back. So it just gives you a lot of flexibility to live with your family. So one thing I haven't touched on, because they don't have these in every model home, we touched on the schools, A-rated, but they're gonna continue to be building schools out here. As this area develops more and more, they need new schools, which means they're new schools, with new facilities, new teachers, and it's gonna be more narrowed down to the kids that just live in the neighborhood as it goes on. So I can't say anything more about the schools as far as the ratings go. They speak for themselves. They're A-rated. People love them. And then they're also going to just continue to add amenities to everything that they already have to offer here, which is great. And you can see here, like I was saying earlier, the future commercial sites, bringing all that stuff to your doorstep. Now, normally this would be completely closed off and this would be the garage, but because it's a model home, it's set up for their offices. So you would just kind of snake through here, and then you've got your laundry room tucked up over here. Coming straight in, we'll just kind of walk the house like you normally would. You do have one of your guest bedrooms off of the main hallway. So having that secondary bedroom on the first floor is great. And this is a huge bedroom. I mean, very, very deep bedroom, queen size bed, full ensuite. One of these things, I gotta figure out what these are called. Keith, what are these things? If you know in the comments, let me know. What is this thing called? Like, I mean, obviously it's a bench, but like, what is it really? There's gotta be a name for it. And then I like the penny tile. They got like a little hexagon penny tile going on over here. Walk-in shower. Only thing I don't know, Keith, slide over that way. Show them this closet here. I don't know if I love that the closet's kind of tucked into the bathroom. Now, one thing Perry is gonna put in, I mean, ever since we've been selling Perrys for like 10 years, my mom lives in a Perry, they always do wood look tile. It's just very, very common. You're gonna have a lot of different options if you go to the design center, but most of their inventory homes are gonna have this in them. And then right over here, here's that spiral staircase. Now you can get a better look at it. They did the real wood treads on it, which is a really nice touch. And then over here, you got a little bit of flexibility. You might be able to fit you a little table in there or something. Now, I don't wanna skip over it. We'll kind of circle back and through, but over here you do have a more formal dining room, but it's got a connection into the kitchen, which makes it a little bit more accessible, a little bit more practical. Before we show you the main living area, you got your half bath, which I like when the half bath is right here off the living room versus being tucked at the front of the house. It just seems convenient. And then here's what I'm gonna say about this floor plan. It's not cramped, it's very open. So you can start by seeing how open the ceilings are here. But as far as the kitchen with the living room, I mean, it's deep, it's wide. You got 4 really good sized bar stools. So this island is huge. So it's just, everything's a little bit more expansive in this model, which is surprising because it's not even a 55-foot product, it's a 50-foot product. So actually this one's a 55, but either way, it's not a 60. So really good size. So they're actually building Perrys on the same streets right next to the Westin 55. So you can kind of pick between the two, and then seeing this theme again, going with the wood grain on the cabinets with the two-tone kind of cream uppers. Now, this is that connection that I was talking about to the formal dining. So it does make sense if you're cooking, be able to serve in this formal dining. You got your double oven, full appliance stack, microwave up here, away from the kids, which is great. And then these countertops are pretty sexy. So some type of quartz, but it's just got a lot of earth tones that connects with the floors and the wood cabinets. Not quite as upgraded gas burner cooktop as what we saw in the other two houses. A little bit more standard, but still nice. You do have gas to cook with here, and then similar quartz sink. Great sight lines over to the TV. So for cooking, hosting, hanging out, have the game on, you're gonna be able to see the TV from anywhere in the house. And then pretty decent informal dining area. So definitely enough to get the job done. Seat 6 people comfortably. So you don't have to use that formal dining area over there. Got 2 places to eat, 2 options. And then one thing I like that Perry does in a lot of their homes is they will do a textured spray deck on their patios. And usually you can pick the color that you want. Sometimes it's like a khaki, but it's just better than unfinished concrete. Not everybody's gonna put pavers like they did next door at Highland. So if you're not gonna do that, this is kind of a move-in ready product that just looks a little bit nicer than that unfinished concrete. So really good patio space. Obviously you have room for a dining table and some patio furniture here. And then I've got a comment on this. I think this is like a blend of grass. You really only have 2 grass types here in Houston. You either have St. Augustine or you have Bermuda grass. But we've started to see some people bring in like zoysia or like mix in rye. So I think this is like a Bermuda grass with like rye, but I don't know, it's super nice. It's really greened up. This is the time of year for it. And then flip around. If you get the right lot out here, guys, I'm telling you, you could fit a play set over here. You could build a pickleball court. That seems to be getting popular. Not that you need one because you got them here in the neighborhood. These pickleball leagues are getting intense, guys. I mean, we're talking intense. In fact, if you move to this neighborhood, we'll connect you with Mike on our team. He lives out here. He's a big pickleballer. And that's actually how he picks up his clients. I was talking to him today. He just plays pickleball, sells houses. So now you can see the view from here. I want you to check this out. Really, really pretty. So you do have some connectivity to the upstairs from the downstairs. So you can definitely yell at the kids to come down. It's dinner time. Unfortunately, you're also gonna be able to hear them running around screaming because it is all kind of connected. And then I like this. Let me explain what this is. So yes, this is a standard coat closet, but every single new construction home is gonna have a closet that's dedicated to kind of being the smart hub for the house. So if you have a home security system, you're gonna have conduit cables. That way they can run all your fibers from the outside inside for your internet, your surround sound, everything. And a lot of times they'll just put it in like one of the kids' closets. Doesn't make sense. Makes more sense to be in a central location. I'm gonna get better Wi-Fi coverage that way too. Now this is a vibey room. They did a great job here. I love the wood beams up top. You got the tray ceilings over here, and then they kept these wood look tile floors all the way throughout. So just really a massive bedroom. King bed here, a lot of space, good natural light, checks all the boxes, extra little seating area here. Now here's where Perry starts to feel different. Their bathroom layouts are always different than the other builders. They've got a good amount of counter space for both people. So this one's got a little bit more. And then coming right over here, huge freestanding tub. Same thing I said over at the other house. Throw all the kids in, wash them all off, call it a day. Now some of you moms, I'm not like a big bathing guy. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you think I look like a big bathing guy. I won't take it personally. Not a big bathing guy, but those moms, or dads, but those moms that want a big soaker tub, this is one of the best ones I've seen. This thing's huge. Absolutely massive. So for you normal folk that are in a hurry and have things to do, so this is what we're using. This is the shower. A little disappointed they don't have my bench, but it is okay. I'll give them a little uptick on points because they've got the nozzle out of the way where you can like turn the water on without getting sprayed. So got your toilet room here, and then you do have dual closets. This one's a little on the smaller side, makes up for it a bit over here. I do appreciate that they use this nook and didn't just waste that space. Guys, we walk homes all the time with our clients, and I cannot tell you how many homes I see at framing stage that have bonus square footage on the interior of the home that just goes to waste. So now I do like that it connects through over here to the laundry. They added these pedestals. We don't have these. They're pretty common. I guess this is just so you don't have to bend over, but it's kind of nice. Just Just makes me feel short, but here you go. You got these washer dryer combo, and then you do have room here for a full-size fridge. So to have that extra flex fridge, it's nice. And then this is gonna be your landing. So if you don't know where we're at, we just circled all the way through and we're back where we came in from the garage. So that's it for downstairs. Let's head on upstairs. At the top of the stairs, you're gonna have your game room, but we're gonna wait on that. I wanna show you kind of the other view of kind of top to bottom. So it's very much connected. You got the tall ceilings in the living room, and then all of your upstairs bedrooms are gonna be over to this side of the house, and they're good size. I mean, this is a very large secondary upstairs kids bedroom. It's got a full-size bed, cool paint job, got the football thing going, it's big here in Texas, but plenty of space, nice window, good natural light, and then bathroom's gonna connect through. So this isn't a Jack and Jill in the sense that it connects directly to the other bedroom. It really just connects over to the hallway, which you'll see in a second. Now that I'm thinking about this, they didn't need to do this. They could have just connected the two bedrooms, and I'll show you why. But this is a good sized bedroom as well. Even though it's got a twin in it, which kind of makes it look like maybe they're trying to trick you, it is a pretty good sized bedroom being in here. I do like the closet space. And then you even have like a little scuttle door, so get access to some of the main equipment that's up in the attic, but you can also store stuff in the attic here. So the door heights upstairs in homes, it's standard for them to be 6'8" doors, but a lot of them, the builders are upgrading to 8-foot tall doors down on that first floor. Got your little linen closet here. Now, this looks like the most fun part of the house to me. So got your game room, got your play area, but this is what I was talking about earlier. I was thinking this was gonna be like an attic space, but it's not. It's a half bath. So I don't know, they should have just connected those bathrooms over there. A lot of times, I will say that's a bonus bath. A lot of times there's not a half bath, just upstairs hanging out. So, and then this is where this home wins me over. Having this extra media room upstairs. Pretty good size. But come up here, you got the TV. You do have windows, you close the curtains off. It's not quite big enough to do the golf sim thing that I'm a big fan of, but it is a pretty good use of space. So this is almost the largest home we saw. So the Westin was 3,600 square feet. This one's right around 3,400 square feet. The square footages don't get much over this with the Perry homes. And as far as pricing goes, they're gonna be pretty comparable. So let me know in the comments down below as we walk outside and we walk you through the pricing of this. I want you to fire it off. Which home today would you buy? Which one was your favorite? And then obviously if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. You don't have to reach out to us to get a question answered. We can fire back in the comments. And then obviously if you're serious, reach out to us. But let's head on outside and tell you exactly how much this home costs. This exact home is right at 3,400 square feet, and you could buy it right now for $650,000. Now, their square footages on the smaller side are gonna start at 2,500, and they're capped at 3,800 square feet as to what they can build in this section with their current 55-foot product. So you've got a good healthy range between 550 and 650, and I'm talking 650 for all the upgrades that you saw in there. The white painted brick, the extended back patio, very nice two-story family home at a very affordable price. And so when you're comparing really the Westin with the Perry that are gonna be on the same street, you really have a whole lot of options in that high five, low $600,000 price point. Now, Perry and Westin are the two builders out here that have some smaller models. So if you like what you see in the video, you like the amenities, you like the A-rated schools, you love the area, the proximity to Katy, but you're in that $400-something thousand price range, don't just skip over Cross Creek West. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'll send you info on those more affordable price points. Just because we didn't cover them in today's video, I don't want you to think that they don't exist. In fact, they do exist. Now, what also exists are some other great neighborhoods here in the Fulshear area. There's a lot of people moving out of Katy headed this way. And so if you're just getting to know the area, I highly recommend you check out our video right here on Katy, Texas. It's a full breakdown of Katy and a lot of the surrounding master planned communities. And as always, if you got any questions, guys, as you saw from those folks we ran into at the beginning of this video, we've got you covered. Don't be shy. Just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We would love to help you guys make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas.